Hello, I'm Sandesh, and I'm joined by Isabel and Risa, and this is our poster for our project on sleep duration and cardiovascular disease. So cardiovascular disease prevalence in Asian Americans demonstrate significant heterogeneity, with South Asians having exceptionally high rates of cardiovascular disease and other Asian American groups such as Chinese Americans having exceptionally low rates of cardiovascular disease. Furthermore, according to the American Heart Association, sleep duration is known to be associated with the risk and prevalence of CVD. The American Heart Association also recommends 7 to 9 hours as the optimal amount of sleep for optimal heart health.
So, the objective of our study is to evaluate the association between sleep duration and CVD outcomes by disaggregated Asian American subgroups.
For our methods, we use data from the National Health Interview Survey, or NHIS, between the years 2012 to 2018. For our analysis, we excluded individuals that were less than 40 years old or no identifiable race. Our main exposure was sleep duration, and based on the AHA's recommendation, we categorized sleep as either optimal, which was 7 to 9 hours, or suboptimal, which was either less than 7 hours or more than 9 hours of sleep. Our main outcome, which was cardiovascular disease, was further categorized into heart disease, which included individuals who had angina, coronary artery disease, or heart attack, and stroke. Our care variants of interest included demographics, health conditions, and socioeconomic status. And for our statistical analysis, we used logistic regression and generated odds ratios and 95% confidence intervals for the relationship between optimal sleep with CVD outcomes.
To visualize our statistical analysis and logistic regressions, we created these two forest plots demonstrating optimal versus suboptimal sleep for heart disease and for stroke, with heart disease being angina, coronary heart disease, and heart attack. The odds ratios for non-Hispanic whites for heart disease was 1.46, whereas for all Asian American groups, the odds ratios was 1.45, demonstrating a significant lack of heterogeneity both among Asian American groups and when compared to non-Hispanic whites. And the same is true of stroke.
As for the limitations of our research, NHIS is conducted in English and Spanish only, so older people who can only speak native Asian languages, for example, are excluded from our research. Furthermore, disaggregation is limited to Asian Indians, Chinese, and Filipinos due to the small N count of other Asian American groups. And finally, reported amount of sleep can be subject to biases such as social desirability and recall bias. So this is the end of our presentation. Thank you so much for listening.